When it comes to travel tripods, I don't think I've ever had one that I've truly loved, until now. This is the Ulanzi Zero Y, a super lightweight carbon fibre tripod weighing just 1.1 kilos or around 2.4 pounds. It is incredibly lightweight for its stability and may just be my favourite travel tripod ever. If you're looking for a budget tripod, I think this sits just a little bit out of that range at £226, but when you consider that some carbon fibre tripods are 2 or 3 times the price of this, I think this is still a great option. So let's find out if it's worth spending a little bit more on this tripod. Inside the box you get the tripod itself, a nicely padded storage bag and 3 stainless steel foot screws. And that is pretty much it. Now my first impressions when getting this out of the bag were just how solid and robust this feels. It also looks great as well. The sleek grey design with visible carbon fibre details on the legs give a super high-end appearance, and the branding is kept simple, which I like, and overall it just looks extremely professional. The build quality is outstanding, from the padded bag to the tripod itself. It feels like a tripod you can trust on a hike, a city break, or even a more demanding landscape shoot. Even the smallest details on this tripod, like the knobs and the flip locks, look and feel premium. Although this is a travel tripod, it can be extended up to 156.7 centimeters, which is impressive for a tripod of this size and weight, and it takes just seconds to set up as well, thanks to the flip locks. For those of you who like shooting low down, you can invert the center column and shoot as low as your camera allows. Removing the center column is extremely straightforward. All you need to do is remove the weight hook at the bottom. Once removed, there's a little hidden Allen wrench in the bottom as well, which is quite nice if you need to tighten up anything on the tripod. Then you need to pull this lever and the center column will move upwards and you can just take it straight out. So the biggest selling point of this tripod is of course the weight. It's a lightweight carbon fiber travel tripod. But despite its weight of just 1.1 kilos, it can support up to 18 kilos on the center column, which is seriously impressive at this size. I recently took this on a hike in the Peak District and I absolutely loved using it all day and never once felt like it was weighing me down. And after using this on the day, I think it's going to replace my Benro travel tripod that I've had for about 10 years. The Zero Y is not only lightweight, but it's also compact. Once folded down, it's only 42.3 centimeters, which makes it easy to carry. Although for some backpacks, it may be a little too long to fit inside a bottle pocket. I prefer using this with the included carry case, especially as it fits perfectly, and depending on what backpack you have, you may even be able to put the carry case inside. My favourite feature by far on this tripod is the flip locks. So I've used numerous different tripods, and like I mentioned, my Benro travel tripod is the one I've been using for around 10 years, and that one has screw legs. And I absolutely hate that mechanism. It takes so long to actually extend the legs, and also they tend to get a lot of dirt and dust in there that you just can't get rid of. Whereas the flip locks on this Ulanzi tripod, loosen them and the legs are out in an instant. The Zero Y features a unique ball head with 2 primary adjustments. It has a smooth 360-degree panning feature, which can be achieved by loosening this knob. And panning is buttery smooth on this tripod, so great for panoramas, and if you're planning to use this for video, it'll be good as well. Putting the ball head into portrait mode is done by releasing this lever here, and once you loosen this, the ball head can be angled pretty much any way you like, but you do need to raise up the center column in order to use this in portrait mode, and although at first glance this may look like it will reduce stability, this tripod is solid, so I really don't think you have to worry about that. There's another knob here on the side, and this is to remove the Arca Swiss plate so that you can mount your camera, and the only thing that annoys me about this supply plate is the 2 security stops. Now I get why they're used so your camera doesn't fall off the tripod, but I always forget which way the plate has to go on, and because I put it on wrong a few times, I've actually scratched the ball head. I'm willing to let this go though, because I do realise this is a security feature and more a user error than an issue with the tripod itself. And for those of you who use quick release Arca Swiss base plates, you'll be happy to know that this does work with my PG Tech base plates, and I'm sure it will work with the Peak Design ones as well. What's nice is that there's a small bubble level underneath the Arca Swiss plate, and although this is handy and I like that it's included, you can't actually see it once you mount your camera on the tripod. So you'll just have to remember to level your tripod every single time before you attach the camera, which may get a little bit annoying having to keep taking it off and putting it back on again just to level it. What I'd recommend is just getting one of those ones that you can put on the cold shoe mount on your camera and just not really worry about the one on the tripod. What's nice is that there's also a 1/4 inch threaded hole on here so you can add attachments, for example if you'd like to mount your phone to use as a monitor or any other accessory onto the tripod. Now I quickly skimmed over this earlier, but I must admit that I think it's genius that the center column can be removed and adjusted with this one lever. Again, going back to my Benro tripod, to adjust the center column, you have to unscrew this part, and it just takes ages to actually adjust the center column. Whereas with this tripod from Ulanzi, it's literally, one flick up and then you can adjust the center column. It's such a good design. Now, although this tripod does have a bunch of great features, and so far all I've said is how good it is, there are a few minor drawbacks. The ball head on this is fixed, so if you damage it for whatever reason or you have some kind of problem with it, you will have to order a completely new one and a center column together. Because unfortunately, this ball head doesn't come off the center column, so you break one thing and you have to get rid of the whole lot. But like I said, you can order these separately from the Ulanzi website if you need to. One thing I noticed is that the knobs are pretty hard to adjust once you have your camera mounted onto the tripod, and that's because they're just so close to the base of the camera. All of the knobs and levers are also a little bit stiff for my liking. Now, this may be a conscious design choice to feel like it's, really sturdy and robust, but at the same time, I feel like I need to use a little bit too much force to loosen most of the levers and knobs on this. And they're really the only negatives I found with this tripod. Overall, it's been super sturdy, it feels incredibly well made, there's no shaking, no vibrations, no flex. It's a solid tripod. If you're planning to use this for any type of photography really, I think it's going to be more than good enough and you'll be incredibly happy with it for the price. So to answer my question at the beginning of this video, is this tripod worth the £230 price point? I would say 100%. And just a little tip, if you want to save some money on this tripod, be sure to go to Ulanzi's official website, the link is in the description, and there's usually a newsletter sign up where you can save around 12% if you add your email address. So check that out and save some money on this tripod. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, it really helps out my channel. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe and hit that alert button and you'll be notified when I upload another video. And if you fancy sticking around and watching more of my videos, there's a few on the screen now. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.